Hi everyone, it's me Jess, owner of my Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here and I hope you join us by subscribing, by liking this video, and also commenting if these readings do resonate with you. So what if something good is already happening right now in your life, in our lives, in the collective, but your stress, your fear, your anxiety, the circumstances that you're finding yourself in currently are causing you to not recognize all of the good that's already surrounding you, right? Sometimes it gets really difficult for us to recognize the good. And I've been feeling so much in this current energy that and just talking to clients, talking to friends, talking to family, everyone has something going on right now, right? And that's probably you if you're watching this. And so today I wanted to just really focus on the positive developments that are unfolding in all of our lives and to kind of reframe our thinking, reframe our perspective, so that we can really tune into what is developing for us personally, whether that be inner support, whether that be external support that we just may be overlooking in this season. So if that sounds good to you, I hope you'll join us on this live or on the replay if you're watching this back. And we are going to do this format today. We're going to do a quick collective reading, and then I'm going to tap into the energy of each sign of the zodiac. That means watch for your sun, your moon, your rising, your north node, your Venus, whichever placement you want to watch for. If you are astrologically inclined, you can even, maybe know what's happening in terms of the transits. For you personally, for the collective. So you may want to check some of those placements, but however you want to do it, cool, do it. But make sure you watch for multiple placements because you never know where your reading is going to resonate right now with the current energy. Also, for that, it's going to be quick. Those are going to be one card readings. I'm going to dive in intuitively, not only in the meaning of the card, but also what I pick up intuitively with the card that I pull for each sign. Okay. And then at the very end, so I'm going to open it up now. At the very, very end of this live, I will take only three one quick mini one question readings. Those are going to be 15 per question and only one question per person, only 3 today. And it's going to be PayPal, or if you don't have PayPal, it will be super chat. So I will drop the link for PayPal in the chat and say hi to everyone before we dive right into the collective reading first and foremost. And I will cut it off at 3. So I will try to pay attention to see when we have hit 3, because I just don't I don't have time today, guys, any more than 3. And if for some reason we go over, I may record the readings, but that's like, please don't keep sending stuff if you are wanting to, and then hope that Jess records it. That's only if like there's an oopsie. Okay. So let's get into it. And here's the, okay. Here's the link. And if nobody does, then that's cool too. Like, it's okay. But I just wanted to open that up because I saw some people in the chat last time didn't get on the list. And so I just wanted to make that available for anyone who does want or needs it, really needs it right now. You can also book through the description. There's a link to book on my website, mytaropist.com. And also the same PayPal link is there too. So, but let's get into it. Let's see who's in the chitty chat as I get this deck warmed up. Warm it up, Jess. I'm about to. Warm it up, Jess. That's what I was born to do. Okay, who's here? I think I saw Lisa was like first in the chat. So hi, Lisa. Welcome to everybody. Janet's in the chitty chat. Let me change this. It's on top chat instead of all live chat. There we go. Okay. Yolanda's in the house. Hello, Yoli. Oh my gosh, I forgot I have like the translator on, I think, for the chat, which I don't know if that makes it weird for you guys, but I'm seeing it's trying to translate. Hi, Anna. Hi, Annabelle. Hi, Pam Bear is here. Did I say hi to you? Hey, D Love. Yeah, it's making y'all's names look weird to me for whatever weird reason. Princess Kiss Face. How you doing? Beijinhos. And that's how you say kiss in Portuguese. Kisses. Beijinhos. It's a popular way to it's funny, I'll tell you a little funny thing about that. So it's a popular way to like to say goodbye or greet somebody or something like that, you know. But the shortened version, the like text version, is BJ. And so when I first started texting with Portuguese people and they would say BJ's, they would text BJ's, I was very confused as an English speaking person. Now I get it. Nixie, hey boo, hey, Coyote Bird Tarot, give them a follow and a holler over there, Coyote Bird Tarot, especially if you like kitty content. You guys want to say hi to Bo? He's looking really rough right now. Bubba's, come here, Bubba's. Let me see if I can grab him. Come here, Bo. No? Okay. I don't want to bother the sick boy. I don't want to bother the sick boy, so instead, meet our new friend. No, this is not Zimmy, although she looks very much like Zimmy, even has the same white markings. But we are fostering this little lady. And yeah, if you guys, she doesn't have an official name yet, though I have one in mind that I think I'm going to go with. But just in case, she's wiggly squiggly. Come here, Bubba. Okay, bye. Yeah, she's camera shy. But just in case you guys have some great ideas, drop them in the chat or leave a comment if you're watching this later and let me know what you think for a name for her. But we're fostering her for our vets. It's kind of like a little favor we're doing because, you know, we owe her some money. But also I thought it might bring some joy to my boy, but it's not really bringing him joy, but at least it's like they're kind of keeping their distance from each other. I'm trying to slowly integrate them, but it's the slow integration is a little challenging with where I live. So thankfully, Bojangles really likes the patio and she likes the couch. So far that's kind of worked out a little bit. It may be challenging when I have to leave. So anyway, but it's been a chaos over here because we've got one kitty with 3 different medications. He needs twice a day at specific times. And then we have this new foster and trying to integrate her and make her comfortable and also make sure Bo is also comfortable and doesn't feel threatened by her. So it's a lot going on in this place. So yeah, she's been with us 2 or 3 days. All right, let's get into these readings, you guys. Let's get into it. All right, starting off with the collective. Okay. Moonlight, that's a good one. I like that. That's really good. Thank you, Princess Kiss Face. All right, let's get it. This is for the collective. This is for the collective. What is the good that's unfolding for the collective right now? Thank you, Holy Spirit. That they may not be seeing, that they may not recognize. Remember, this is a collective reading. We will go from this to the all signs, so stick around for that, whether or not the collective does resonate, but hopefully it does, or at least something in here does. All right, this is for the collective. What is the good unfolding for them that they may not be seeing right now? Collective. Ooh, lots of opportunities are opening up for you, collective. 7 of Cups. So you're not, so some of you might be in that sort of 5 of Cups or 4 of Cups energy where you're either you're feeling dissatisfaction because maybe there's something specific that you have in mind, a specific goal or a specific pursuit, a specific dream or thing that you're manifesting. It's interesting. I'm going to share something with you because this reminds me of a conversation I was having with a friend earlier today. But you may be so fixated on that thing, whether this is financial, whether this is, again, some kind of goal or thing that you're trying to go after and achieve. Some of you could be fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here as well. But like you're just not seeing it because maybe you're lost in the sauce in your own head, in your own mind, overthinking things or feeling, or what you're believing to be true about your current situation, what you're believing to be true about yourself is based on whatever thought loop keeps running and running and running, running and running. I've had that freaking song in my head all day. One of my very best besties just completed the San Francisco marathon, not half marathon, marathon. In fact, it's Elisa Damaso who is the designer of the My Taropist logo. But I've been having that song since I watched her like recap video. And it's like, and running, running, and running, running. Maybe that's it. Maybe you are just like continuously feel like you're on this hamster wheel in life, but also I feel like in the mind. So could be a prisoner of your own thoughts. And sometimes our thoughts can be really limiting. Our beliefs can be really limiting and keep us stuck in this certain pattern, right? And it's hard to see outside of our own perspective. This is what I really love. And I wish we could get back to as a collective, get back to a place where we can have conversations with people where it isn't about debating from our perspective and our point of view or projecting from our perspective and our point of view onto others, but be curious about other people, about what they think, about what they believe, and be open to the fact that maybe what I'm thinking and believing about my situation, about myself, about my family, about my friends, about life, about whatever's happening in the world, maybe it's not the whole truth or the whole reality, right? Maybe there's some other perspective that I can be open to that can illuminate something or provide clarity where I'm lacking. And so I think it's really important to be more open-minded and to be more curious in general, right? And I wish that we, again, as a collective could get back to that. So there's a message here for you around that. Because what's unfolding is, again, a lot of opportunities, a lot of different things and choices and options that you have here in front of you. So again, either you could be an earth sign or you could be dealing with one. I have Sagittarius here in the major arcana, and I have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let me get a little more comfy and get into this. All right. Let's get into maybe some more specifics hold on, because for a lot of you guys, I feel like this is what happened. For a lot of you, something traumatic may have happened, a tower moment that left you sort of paralyzed in fear. And whatever happened, and this happens to all of us at some point, maybe many times in our lives, where we're faced with an abrupt ending, big change that we were not expecting. Although if you were tuned into your intuition, maybe you were, right? But something that was like, that's a big upheaval, something unexpected in our lives that could feel like it's the end of the world as we know it. And instead of feeling fine, it makes us really anxious. It makes us really fearful, right? You took a risk, you took a leap and a faith, and it didn't happen the way you had hoped or planned. It's not working out the way that you had envisioned it would, right? You're faced maybe with a lot of obstacles and a lot of opposition, a lot of challenges, a lot of competition, or a lot of external chaos and drama. And it's just like, so you get to this point where it's like, oh my God, tower moment. Now I'm scared. Right now I'm scared. I'm afraid now to be hopeful for anything or to be optimistic about this thing or to take this chance or to take action on that thing or this other thing, right? I'm afraid to do it. Now I got cat fur. always, always. Because I don't want to go through that again. And that's the way that our systems are designed, right? To mitigate disaster, to mitigate something bad happening to us, right? So it's like we learn from our experiences, oh, don't touch that. It's hot and you'll get burned. But then enough of that, enough of those occurrences happen in our lives. And then we start to get to this place where we learn to no longer take the risk, no longer go after the thing, no longer take that chance or whatever. So there's something here where, I think that it's okay to take your time, especially after a tower moment. It's healthy. It's good to kind of allow that situation to make you recalibrate, reset, and kind of like, okay, let me find a good rhythm again. Let me get my nervous system regulated. Let me calm myself. Let the dust settle before I rebuild. That's totally healthy and normal. But when you go from that energy to like, no, let me just like not do anything at all, like I'm stuck, I'm trapped, that's not good. So let's see what's happening with the Seven of Cups. That song's still there. And running. I like the old Black Eyed Peas. I don't like the new. Okay, nah, I lied. I liked a little bit of that, but not that one that much. I don't know. The Fergie era Black Eyed Peas. Some of it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Let me be honest. All right. That one though was like, it's so catchy. It's so catchy, but it's also like, please, I don't want this in my head right now. All right. What's the Seven of Cups about for the collective? Justice is coming, y'all. So after this tower, y'all, what you're not seeing, the good that you're not seeing, is things are going to be made right. So clearly, whatever that tower moment was for you guys wasn't something that was really entirely fair, wasn't right, wasn't just. It wasn't in your favor. So it's not feeling like it was a very favorable tower moment. Obviously not if you go from that to paralyzed with fear, right? Or anxiety or worry. Maybe even anticipation of. But your worst fears are not going to be materializing, boo. Actually, in fact, things are being made right. Things are being set right. Those scales are going to be rebalanced. So if that's what you've been striving for, is getting back to a place of balance, getting back to a place of, that equilibrium, remember this, please, always, like, everything is designed to come back to center. So when things are really great and exciting, it's gonna go like this a little bit. That's like, and I've shared this on this channel before, I know, probably ad nauseum, but when you experience a high, so like, for example, you've been working really hard towards, like my friend who just did the marathon, right? You have that high after the race is over, and then inevitably there's going to be a drop. So it's always good to kind of prepare for that, because everything's trying to come back to center. But it's the opposite. So when something really bad is happening in your life, it's going to try to work to come back here. So there's going to be good eventually, right? It's like the Wheel of Fortune. So remember, I always try to remember that and remind myself of that when I do experience a tower moment that isn't pleasant. I always try to remind myself of many things, because I don't feel like a tower is as scary as some people make it out to be. But one of the biggest things that I try to remind myself is, listen, it's going to get better. It's going to get better at some point eventually. I don't know when exactly, but it will get better. So things will get better. Things are improving for you. Things are being made right. Justice. Okay. So, and I love this because it feels like, remember I said 4 of Cups and there it is. So whatever is going on right now where you're closed off, where you're feeling shut off or shut down, there's going to be this either aha moment of inspiration, this renewed sense of energy and vitality around you. It could even be a new idea. So again, a shift of perspective of like, again, like I said, I think at the beginning, what you maybe were waiting for, hoping for, holding out for, and then consequently not taking action on anything else, unless it was this thing that you had put high in the sky or on a pedestal in your mind, in your mind's eye, right? We got to rhyme here. We got to rhyme. It could be something else that opens up for you that you didn't expect, right? So like, for example, say it was like you had your heart set on a particular person or relationship, right? Maybe it was an ex that you wanted to come back, or maybe it was somebody you lost contact with. They went quiet on you. They went silent on you. Or taking too long to respond. Or putting up barriers or walls. Again, went quiet. And you were like, where's the love? It's not enough. Makes the world go round and round and so whatever it was, let's say for example it's that, right? It could be that there's something someone new that sparks your fancy when you least expect it, and you're like, oh gosh, why was I sitting here waiting and holding out for that thing over there when there's something better coming my way, right? Or more than one thing, lots of options or opportunity here. Why was I so fixated on that particular job or that particular house or that particular, you fill in the blank thing, friend? When if I had just opened my mind to other possibilities and ideas and potential, I would have seen very clearly that there's a whole lot more going on than just that one thing, right? All right, collective. That is your collective reading. Collective. We're going to move on to the all signs portion of this dang thing. Let me know if that resonated. And I hope that helps. It does look like you've got something new just on the horizon and more options and possibilities in front of you than you could have ever maybe imagined. Maybe that tower was just clearing the way for something better to come because you were clinging too much to the olds. You needed to make way for the new. Good. Coming to you, baby. Remember, before they build that, new structure, whatever it is, they have to level whatever was there in its place before. So, okay, let's get into this. Pammy Boo, why you keep deleting your messages? What's going on in there? What's going on in the chitty chat? Thank you, Nixie, for that. Angel Rains, how are you? How's Cherry doing? Hey, Cherry. Cherrylicious. She's so delicious. Speaking of Fergie, I guess. Christina, how you doing, boo? Thank you for the flower. Did you guys think that Kitty had Zimmy energy? I feel like she's got a little piece of Zimmy soul. All right, this is for Aries through Pisces. Okay, I'm gonna have to start getting my timestamps. I don't want anyone yelling at me after this. Where's the timestamps? Where are they, Jessica? How dare you? How dare you leave us hanging? Okay, we're going to go Aries to Pisces. And I hope I don't skip anyone this time. Okay, bear with me. How's everyone's week? Yeah, it's the week already. Why do I feel like it's the weekend? I'm so confused. I have so much going on. So how is your week going so far? It's Tuesday. Unless you're in a different time zone where it's already Wednesday, but I don't think that's anyone right now. All right. I almost skipped Scorpio again, you guys. Not ever again in my life, will I? Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yay, I did it. Okay. High five, Jess. Good job. All right. You guys ready? Aries to Pisces. What is the good unfolding for each sign? I had written down what I wanted to focus on specifically for this. And I'm doing 3 questions at the end if you guys want to get on the list. There we go. It's pinned and it's also in the description. Okay. Let me get a little bit of this. Okay. Aries to Pisces. What is the good that is unfolding? I don't know what that is. What's the good that's unfolding for each of the signs in order that they need them? Don't forget to watch for all of your placements, y'all. Okay, let's do it. And I will still do a what you call it? I'm still planning to do like probably fundraiser for Bojangles. And I have to figure out when. There's a lot going on. I gotta know my schedule because I know how I am and I'll plan too far ahead and then everything will change. So, all right. Aries to Pisces. Ready? And Aries to Pisces. That's it. Split the deck towards y'all. All right. Aries. Three of Pentacles. So what's good is you have help, my friends. So I don't know, Aries, if you're one of those kind of people. I'm guilty of this often, of asking for help and support, of having trouble asking for help and support. Okay. So this is like that we're better together energy, boo. So what I will say this, for those of you who may be struggling with work, which I know so many people are, if you're struggling with work, it could be that there's an opportunity here to be part of a team or to work on a project or maybe to learn something to sharpen your skills, your talents, your knowledge around something. But there could just be here, again, practical help and support for you that you need to tap into. People that can help you do things. I don't know why I'm getting like somebody maybe moving, and maybe you're moving, Aries, and you're feeling like, ugh, this is so much work. I've got all these things to pack. I've got da-da-da-da-da. And I don't know who this is for, but if it's for you, let me know. And it's like, dude, did you even think of asking your friends or asking your neighbors or asking your colleagues or asking your family or asking anybody to help you? And if it's not that, it could be something else. Also, I'm getting like your network is your net worth, which is really important too. So it could be that just there's a situation you have where it may not even be the physical labor, although this makes me think so much of physical labor because they're little worker bees, but it could be something where it's like, gosh, I'm looking for a job and I'm not getting any leads. Well, did you ask people? Did you let people know? Did you send like your resume and let your friends, your family Former colleagues are great for that. If you had a good relationship with them, former managers, not just about like a referral, because people always think of like, oh, let me ask this person for a referral, but no, or a testimonial or something like that. But no, maybe they know of a company, or they have a friend, or they have a relative themselves, or whomever, a former colleague themselves that is hiring, or business that they worked for that's hiring. So I think in this season, I think we, as in general, as a collective, we have really kind of come to this place where we, I don't know, we're so much in like our own little worlds, you know, and have our little blinders on, and we touch base on such a superficial level on like social media and whatnot. And it's so much of this like, let me show people how great I'm doing, but often we struggle when it comes to like vulnerability, true vulnerability, not performative vulnerability, not performative authenticity, but real authenticity, real vulnerability. And obviously it's important to be mindful about who you are vulnerable with, but we all need help from time to time. So Aries, if you're struggling in a particular way, what you might not be seeing is you actually have more people who are rooting for you, more people in your corner, more support than you thought you did. And for some of you, if you have the means, I'm going to say too, it may be time for you to delegate. You may need to delegate. Sometimes, like, listen, you'd be surprised. Like, dang, I can't really afford to pay people to help me do blah, 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 blah thing. Make it a party. Why do people think, like, if it's a work thing, it's like, dang, I got to paint my house. Dang, I got to pack these boxes. Dang, I got to, listen, get some pizza and some beers, or bottle of wine and some bonbons, and call your best girlfriends and be like, listen, I'm going to make a playlist, okay, of all the songs we used to listen to in college or whatever. Like, I'm gonna make a playlist or whatever. I'm gonna make a like upbeat. I'm gonna pick all positive, good vibes, good energy songs. I'm gonna supply the snacks and the beverages, you know, the LaCroix or whatever, the sparkling waters. I'm gonna, whatever it is, whatever is your pleasure. It doesn't have to be alcoholic, right? But whatever. Do you, boo? I'm gonna make some virgin margaritas, and we're gonna throw the, and in between, like every 30 minutes, we're gonna do like take a shot. I don't know, make it fun. We're gonna dance, we'll have a dance off, okay? Every whatever. And then just make it fun. Like, work doesn't always have to be boring. And like, it's an opportunity for y'all to hang out and connect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right. Afterward, we're going to do face masks and jump in the sauna or the spa, whatever. Afterwards, we're going to do whatever fun thing. We're going to put on a movie and I'm going to pop popcorn. Okay. Make it fun. Okay. Moving on. But for real though. All right. Taurus. How you doing, Taurus? You have the 9 of Wands. Okay, listen. Some of y'all a little burnt out, maybe a little worse for the wear. But the fact is, you may be looking a little bit too much at the battle scars and not at the victories. Okay? I'm looking at 4 wands in particular here. So it could be like 4 things that you've recently gone through that have been particularly challenging. It's supposed to be 9 wands, but there's 4 that are like standing out, right? I'm also seeing like 2 specific injuries, one to leg, one to arm, or maybe neck. My neck, my back. Oh, not like that. But maybe you need to go to the chiropractor, get a massage, boo. Maybe you need to look into some of this stuff. Lymphatic drainage for you too. Taurus, you might need to really pay more mind to manually draining your lymph or getting a lymphatic drainage massage. Those are fabulous. I'm just saying. But anyway, the point is, I feel like there's a lot of focus and emphasis here on the battle and not the victory. So I want to say, like, congratulate yourself for getting through that. Okay. You did that. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of effort. It took a lot to get there, but you did it. And maybe you've been through a lot in this season, my friends. This is also for Taurus cusper, I'm hearing. So like if you're a Taurus cusper, this is for you too, boo. Okay. So there's something here where you've been through a lot, but you're still standing. And I feel like instead of focusing so much on the battle, focus on the victory. Give yourself that, I heard, congratulatory medal, whatever. Whatever, make yourself a medal, dang it, if you don't have one. You placed first. You did it. You got the gold. You did that. I don't care. I don't care what they say. I'm telling you, just as saying, you did that. Boo. Give yourself dang credit for it. Make yourself a certificate. Throw yourself a dang party. Okay? And stop like moaning about all of the crap that you've had to endure and start being like, but listen, I'm still here. I did it. A little worse for the wear, but I still am here and I did that. And I am proud of myself for what I accomplished and what I did. Okay? So I get it. When you're still got a little bit of blood on that bandage, it's a little hard to see. It's a little hard to see. Be really take care of your legs. Take care of your legs, Taurus, okay? And yeah, your arms, yeah, your limbs in general, especially maybe your right shoulder, right arm, right leg maybe, but I mean take care of those limbs, taking care of them. I'm sorry, I keep getting like you need to drain the lymph. But yeah, do what you got to do, boo. Take care of yourself, but also, boo, a little blood, it's okay. That's what scabs are for. That's what scars are about. And you got some stories to tell because of those scars. You can be all right. Okay. I feel like that's it for you. I'm gonna keep going. Gemini. Hi, Gemini. You have the 8 of Wands, my friend. Wait, let me go back to the chitty chat. You have the 8 of Wands, my friend. Sorry, the glare, I think, is. Let me hold it closer. There you go. 8 of Wands. Ew. And running. You guys are like maybe very busy, maybe very active right now. Gemini, I think this came up in yours. So if you're not following me on Instagram, do at my Taropist on Instagram, because I've been doing these summer survival guide readings, and I feel like you got the 8 of Wands played a very prominent role in that reading. I think that's what came out for you, is totally different deck. But yeah, so check that out. Follow me on Instagram and look for your summer survival guide reading and take a look at it. That reading was about like you needed this, like you needed to let off some steam and you needed to expend some energy. So if you've got a lot going on right now and you're like, oh my God, it's cuckoo bananas up in here, so much energy I'm having to like expend, I feel like it's actually serving you well. Like you needed that. I feel like if you didn't do this thing, a lot of what is inside of you would be stagnant and that would lead to something possibly disastrous. So I feel like in those times when we get really, really busy, lean into it if you need to, as long as you're also practicing self-care. But sometimes we need those busy seasons and we don't realize, just like I believe this and I will die on this hill. But sometimes I feel like when we get sick, like we needed to, because it was our body's way of being like, listen, slow the down, friend. You're doing too much and you're not taking the rest that you need. So I'm going to make you rest. Okay. Not all sickness is good sickness, but sometimes I feel like we need that sometimes. Just like I feel like sometimes we need times of things being really busy because there's something inside of us that like needs to get out, you know? So after you do that, though, make sure you take good care of yourself. Okay. And also, I feel like this is a good reminder that you're not in competition with anybody but yourself. Okay. For whatever reason, I'm feeling this for you, Gemini. Some of you guys are too much in this like competitive mode and competitive energy. And I know this isn't like good that you're missing, but it is in a way. Because I feel like once you stop looking at, oh, what's happening in their lane and what's happening in their lane and what's going on in their lane, once you just stay in your lane, Gemini, and focus on your dang self, I feel like you'll get there faster. And I feel like the race will be a lot better for you. Okay. Better run for you. So, you know, it's like why they put those blinders on horses so that they don't get distracted. So I feel like stay in your lane. Don't get distracted. Who cares? Who cares who's beside you and how, oh, they're a nose ahead. Oh, gosh, I better hurry up. I better catch up. No. Don't do that. Don't do that, Gemini. Okay. Or even if it's like your own timeline. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to be at this place right now. No, don't worry about that. Run at your own pace. It's okay. You'll get there. It's okay if you stop in the middle of the race and start walking. That's totally okay. Are you still in it? Yeah, you're still in it. So keep going. Boo. Stop that. Okay. Moving forward to Cancer. Virgo. You might have Virgo in your chart, Cancer. The Hermit. What's the good that you are missing, my friend? Well, I mean, think we're alone now. It's so funny that you got the Hermit and you're a crab, you know? Wear your claws out. Get your claws out. Snippity snap. Ding. I guess that's on point for you. Because you might be in your shell a little bit right now. And that's okay. You know, I think the Hermit card gets such a bad rep. And sometimes I have to, because I didn't learn to watch, or I didn't learn to read YouTube from watching YouTube tarot readers, or I didn't learn tarot from watching YouTube tarot readers ever at all. But at the beginning of start of my channel, I was consuming a lot of YouTube tarot content. And because I had already been reading privately and doing my own thing. And so it's a little different the way people are on here. So I was trying to understand and trying to learn about more so how to do this on a channel. But I noticed that there's a lot of this way that people read tarot on here, and the way, and sort of a homogenized way of interpreting the cards. And so I think it's really healthy as a reader to step away from that for a while and remember oh, wait, there's a whole other thing happening. So I think a lot of times people, especially in love readings, look at the Hermit as this energy of, oh, they're not speaking to you, or they've gone quiet, or they've gone silent, or there's an energy of loneliness with the Hermit. But the Hermit is about tuning out the external noise, Cancerians, and remembering that you have your own path and you have your own intuition to guide you. And does this have the moon in it? Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but the moon is in this card. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. But the moon isn't there. And so this is perfect for you. I feel like for you guys, you may be in this season if things a little bit quiet externally, you taking a lot of time to yourself. Maybe there's a little frustration of gosh, I wish I could go out and do this thing, or I wish I could be more social right now, or I wish I blah, blah, blah. But I feel use this energy, harness this energy to really tune back into your own intuition, your own inner guidance, your own inner knowing. Hermit comes after you've learned things already. You've already acquired all this external knowledge, but now it's time to go back inside and remember, oh, that's right. This is what I believe to be true. This is the path that I'm on. This is what my own intuition, my own internal compass is where it's guiding me and directing me right now. I don't need that extra noise right now. I don't need the input of all these strangers or other people or whatever. I don't need it right now. I've got my own thing going, and I have my own inner light, and it's beautiful and it shines bright and it lights my path. And that's what matters right now. So I feel Cancerians, oftentimes we feel very guilty or bad when we are in a hermiting season, because there's a lot of this pressure to respond to every alarm bell that's ringing, right? And so and oftentimes we feel guilty because a lot of us are introverted or teeter on that, or just enjoy our alone time. And so sometimes we feel bad for that, and it's because there's the world is kind of revolves around extroverts. But I feel for y'all and for us, it's no, that's okay. That's who you are, and that's all right. There's a reason for that, because you are highly intuitive and you do pick up so much and absorb so much of the energies of others that you need that time to let me stop absorbing from everything else and remember what's true and real and right for me and what my energy is right now. Okay. So that's, I feel like what you need to appreciate are the good that's happening right now. And I feel like in this season that there's a lot of things that maybe are becoming clear to you. So allow that quiet time so you can hear what spirit is saying to you in this season. Okay. All right, Leo, roar. Ooh, Leo, you're showing up in your energy, in the card in your energy too. You have the world. Oh my. And there you are. Fixed energy. Oh my goodness. So Leo, what you're not seeing maybe is what's happening around you right now is there could be a cycle or a season that's like coming to a close. Okay. And so as this is closing out for you, um, there's a new you that's being born. There's a new direction that you're being led in. And maybe you're not seeing that because maybe there's still, because I'm looking at how this bunny is a little bit got his head turned to the side. So like maybe you're still kind of looking back on the past. Closure can be difficult, change can be difficult, but allowing yourself to give yourself closure and understanding like, no, there's something brand new and beautiful that is coming here. And also don't discount all the lessons that you've learned along the way. So starting to turn your gaze forward and starting to move forward towards what's opening up and what's evolving for you, I think is going to be really healthy, allowing what needs to close, and not leaving things sort of like dangling or open-ended, right? That may be challenging, especially for fixed sign, for fixed energy. I know y'all tend to like to be in your comfort zone and with what's familiar, and obviously, you know, we look at the whole chart. I know a few Aquariuses that are very open to new opportunities. But there's this comfort that I think you guys feel in routine and what's familiar. And so I feel like allowing though this closure in this cycle and this season to come to an end is going to like serve you better as you move forward in the future. So that could be something that you're not seeing. I'm getting like a bit of an energy maybe too of like travel or world travel. So if there is an opportunity that opens up for you to travel, I say take it, because I think or anything new, because I feel like right now this is about you saying yes to something different or what's ahead or this new adventure, because you go from the world to start the fool's journey again, right? And back to the fool. So whatever this is, that's a new opportunity, a new venture, a new exciting thing to try, especially that a new experience. Say yes to it, because I feel like I'm hearing new language. So some of you may be embracing like learning a new language, visiting a different country, maybe moving to a new country. But there's something here about like, say yes to this. Say yes to this, because I feel like that's initiating the new version of yourself that is being birthed in this season. Okay, Leo, that's for you. It could be a new career, whatever. You take it as it resonates for you. All right, on to the next one. I'm gonna take a second to say hi to the chat real quick. Oh, who moved? Janet says that she moved. This is going back to the Taurus reading. So Janet says she moved. She still needs to unpack. Or was this Aries? I forget. You're okay. Aries rising and Taurus sun, right? No, she did not ask for help. Oh, sorry, Princess Kiss Face. Was it the Three of Pentacles? Yes. So recap: Aries had the Three of Pentacles. Taurus had the Nine of Wands. Gemini had the Eight of Wands. Cancer had the Hermit, and Leo had the Worlds. Okay. You pulled that card today too? All right, Princess Kiss Face. I love that synchronicity. Yeah, I hope so. Where did you move to? I mean, you don't have to tell us which part of the world or country did you move to. And I hope that the move goes well for you, and congratulations, because I know you had kind of if I'm not mistaken, I believe Janet, you were thinking about moving for a while. So I'm glad you were finally able to take that leap. What's going on? You gifted Nixie with a reading? Oh, thank you, Pam, for doing that. That's so sweet, boo. How sweet are you? Thank you, D Love. I'm glad to be back. Newbie me. Hey, girl, hey. How you doing? You did not move out of state. Okay. A mile away to Boca Raton. Okay. You know, I've only been to like the worst part of Florida. I need to go visit more of that state. I literally went to like the worst part of Florida. I was like, yeah, no, this ain't for me. I got to go further south. But that's awesome. I'm hearing a lot of people move. I know you're already there, but like I'm hearing a lot of people actually wanting to move to Florida. Okay, I will check those where we are with the PayPals. Let me see. Actually, let me check really quickly because I definitely can only have to cap it today. And it looks like we have 2 already, so let me just check and see. I think we're alone now. And then we're going to go Virgo to Pisces. We're still on this. I just needed a second. And while we're at it, you guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I'm so bad at reminding people, but please hit the thumbs up. Again, subscribe to the channel. We will be doing other kind of tiny rituals themed content once I come back to that also on Instagram. So we haven't stopped there. We're still kind of in this sort of rebranding, re-strategizing season with my tarot posts. So, but definitely doing tarot readings. Okay. So let me get this. Let me get my list for PayPal. And thank you for your patience. I will timestamp after, so you will be able to quickly access your signs reading. And signs plural, because I know you guys are watching for all of your placements, right? Right? Okay. Okay. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be. Oh my gosh. Anyone around? Oh, why? Because it's the wrong code. PayPal's a pain in the patootie because it always likes to sign you out and then makes you jump through hoops to get signed back in. Super annoying. Okay. So let's get the list going so I can see if it's. Did anyone super chat? Let me know if you did, as I might have missed it. Okay, so. Oh, Janet, you did twice. Did you know that, boo? Okay, we've got our peeps. We're done on the list. Thank you guys. Okay, I'll refund one of them. And I'll do this again. I probably will do like at least a couple questions at the end of every live. So you guys know, and I will probably come on and do like a longer live stream of questions to support Mr. Bojangles and his many ills. All right. See, my intuition was telling me check and make sure, Jessica. Check and make sure. Oh, thanks for the gold jewels. How cute is that, D-Love? Thank you, boo. Okay, so yeah, the list is closed. The list is closed. All right, so we've got, I think this is Angel Reigns. And then next is Nixie. Thank you to Pam Bear, such a sweetheart. And then Janet. So that's the order they came in. And Janet, I will refund you, boo, for this, for when after the live, I'll do that. It'll be not to take the time right now because I took a lot of time. All right, let's get back into it. So I got y'all. Thank you for y'all. Thanks, y'all. All right, let's get back into it. They call Florida the zoo of the world with all those animals. Oh, that's what scares me about Florida and you be me is like they've got some crazy critters and also bugs too. Don't you have like gigantic cuckoo bananas bugs and like poison frogs or something? I don't know. I remember like once upon a time reading about all of the crazy critters in Florida. I was like, nope, I'm good. I forgot about that. Now you reminded me why I purposefully kind of tried to stay away. Oh man, I'm not excited about that. The frogs are bad. Yeah, the frogs are bad for can't they kill them? Oh my gosh, palmetto bugs. See, they're worse than roaches. I'm not about that life. That's why I can't live there. Plus it's humid, all of that. Okay, it is Angel Reigns. I knew it. Okay, let's get into it. Back on. So we're at Virgo, you guys. Back to Virgo. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Okay, Virgo. What is the good that's unfolding that you may not be aware of? Ooh, Virgo. Nice. You have the Six of Wands. This deck in particular, the Six of Wands is so much to me of like someone who is stuff is just flowing. All right, manifesting something great. So whatever it is that you've like had your eyes on, I feel like because you didn't really stray from the path or the course or whatever, it's like it's coming to you, boo. Like, is this somebody who's so very clearly fixated on their goal or their purpose that as like it can't help but not come to you? So it's coming, boo. I also, because this looks like a chameleon, and I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken, there's something here where it feels like, I don't know, you've been very adaptable to the changes of life. So it's like what's interesting about chameleons is like they never change who they are. They're always a chameleon. It's just their external kind of adapts to their environment, but they still retain the core who they are. So for whoever needs to hear this, I feel like something really great about yourself that maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit for is that no matter what life is thrown about at you, you've been able to adapt and kind of go with the flow and blend, to whatever your circumstances are. But so there's a great energy of like adaptability around you. But at the core, you've never really changed who you are. So I'm hearing teetotaler. Maybe you gave up some vice, right? And yet at the same time, I want to give you credit because I feel like whoever you were, like the good that you are now, the person you are now with the circumstances that you find yourself in now, right? You may feel like, oh, I was such an awful person then, or I did that thing or that thing. No, because you always at the core were good. You always at the core were who you are, right? So the circumstances were different. You adapted and changed, and now you're adapting and changing to where you are now. So I feel like there's just something here about like not giving yourself enough credit, and not recognizing the greatness within. And so it's like whatever's unfolding around you, it's like you're finally like catching up to what it is that you have been striving for and working so hard for a really long time. And again, it's like, no matter if life is bad, no matter if life is good, like, again, you retain the core of who you are. And at the core of who you are is someone who's really brilliant, really smart, really brave, because I feel like you need more credit for being brave for some reason, Virgo. Really brave and really resilient. And so I feel like there's something here that's unfolding that could be recognition for all of your efforts or who you are, just again, the core of who you are, recognition, again, meeting some kind of goals of you've had your eyes on the prize, and it's here you're finally getting there, right? And it could be there's a transformative thing too. Like, maybe you are transforming on the outside, not so much, again, like, because there's such a message here of like, you remain firmly anchored to the core of who you are. I know I'm repeating myself again and again, but I feel like someone needs to have that driven home for them. But maybe something, it's like the outside is finally is evolving in a way that's really beautiful for this particular season. Okay. So I love this for you. Fame. I'm gonna live forever. Maybe some of you are gonna be famous, Virgo. Maybe some of you are gonna be famous or well known for something here that you're really great at or really talented in. Okay. I'm gonna live forever. Okay. Thank you, Virgo. All right. This is Libra. Libra. Seven of Pentacles. Libra. Is someone a fan of Greece too? I don't know. Anyways, Libra, you are, I feel like, about to also, it's crazy because it's feeling similar in a certain way to Virgo, but I feel like there's like a season of like calm for you, of rest, of relaxation coming for all of your hard work and efforts. And it could be that you've been really, really patiently waiting for something to bloom and blossom. And you know what? I feel like that there's some things around you that you, again, may not really be seeing that have already bloomed and blossomed that you can be enjoying right now. The fruits of your labor that you can already be enjoying right now, Libra. But also I feel like that something here is about to unfold that you have labored for, right? You've invested towards this, you have put in the work. And so I feel like there's something here of like, I'm waiting, but also while you're waiting, enjoy yourself. You know, don't miss out on the good stuff that's happening around you, and enjoy yourself. It's not lazy. You've been working hard. What the heck? But also enjoy yourself. It doesn't have to be passive waiting. It can be active waiting. It can be like, you know, doing something really nice and really fun. Because you see how there's this beautiful plant behind him and his back is to it. Like, he's not really noticing that plant. He's also sitting on a plant, a mushroom, because he's waiting for this other thing to come out of the ground. Okay, well, while you're waiting, have fun. Enjoy yourself. Take the breaks, right? Notice the things that have already happened, that have already transpired due to your hard work and efforts. Some of you, it's some things that you didn't even have to work for that are going to be popping up. So while you're waiting for the thing that you did work for, other stuff that you didn't even put in any work or effort towards are also happening around you and going to be unfolding around you. So you may want to look around and see what those things are too. I'd say, like, if you get an invitation to something, Libra, like a party, because this is also giving like Three of Cups. It's not, but bear with me. But like, if you get an invitation to something fun and you're like, I can't do that. That's like a waste of time. It's too frivolous. It's too whatever. Like, no, go do the thing. Go do the thing. If your friend calls you and is like, hey, Libra, come with us this weekend. We're going to go camping. And you're like, oh, I can't. I'm, I got to watch and wait for this thing to happen. It's like, no, boo. Go do the thing. Do you know what I mean? That's the energy I'm getting here for you too. Right? You get asked out on a date and you're like, oh, no. I'm waiting for this other thing. Like, no, go do the thing. Go do it. Go have fun. Life is short. Enjoy yourself, Libra. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Barbie. Hey, girl. Hey. Scorpio. I didn't forget you this time. Oh, you got the 8 of Pentacles. Scorpio, if you've been looking for a job opportunity or work, something could be opening up here for you. I'm getting 2. It could be more than one. It could be like 2 things. 2 different options, 2 choices, 2 different jobs. Maybe you'd be able to do both. I don't know, boo. That's on you. But I am getting that also you've got some skills and some talents that could be like hidden, right? They've been laying on the back burner. They've been dormant. You haven't brought them out yet. You've been focusing on this one thing, whether this one career path, one particular kind of job, one industry, one talent that you have, and monetizing it or using it, right? Listen, boo. I almost called you girl. Maybe you are a girl. Maybe you're not, but whatever. Boo, listen. That's why I say boo. It covers everyone. Boo, listen. You got some other tricks up your sleeve. You've got some other talents here and skills here that you could be utilizing. You could be monetizing. There was something today that I thought of while I was on my doing some other stuff on my computer. I was like, oh, I forgot I had that thing. I could put that up for sale or whatever, And so I did. I listed some couple of things that I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So what are you missing? What is it that you're sitting on that could be put to good use? Either a talent, a skill, or an opportunity, or, etc. So think about that. Maybe you needed to retire that one tool for a minute, put it back on the tool belt, and go digging for those other ones that are just sitting there waiting to be used. Like, hey, you forgot about us over here. So also that could actually lead, I'm getting to more financial increase and abundance for you if you were to, either multitask, add those other things to your resume, take them out to monetize them, or look for work opportunities or career opportunities in that industry or that field because you did that at one point and maybe it was a while ago, but so what? Who cares? It's 2026, man. Do what you got to do, boo. Do what you got to do. Don't be so one-track minded. All right. That is what I have for you. And also, again, you may be really fixated and focused on this one thing, again, where you're missing these other opportunities. Like, for example, let me just throw out an example. This doesn't have to be your specific situation, but say you really want to work in this one industry, or this is the industry you've been doing for the past 8 years, past 8 months, or whatever. But there's more job openings and opportunities in this other industry or this other field. Whoa, my candle started. Is that because I'm doing this? What the heck? The flame on the candle is okay. Anyway, this other industry, this other field, there may be a couple here that you actually your skills and talents could fit there, and they have more openings, but you're not looking there. Okay, that's what I have for you, Libra. Scorpio. Oh no, Scorpio. I'm sorry, I keep calling you Libra. That was Scorpio. Maybe you have Libra in your chart, but I swear I kept saying Libra and I was reading for Scorpio. Apologies, Scorpio. Good Lord. I didn't forget you, but then I called you Libra, and that's my bad. But that was definitely for Scorpio. Okay, maybe you have Libra in your chart. Or maybe you're a cusper. All right. We are on Sagittarius now. Sagittarius, you have the Moon card. Ooh. By the way, the people who are offering to mod, I may open up mods again. if I start coming on live more regularly, maybe just one more slot. I know Siva is always busy. He's mods for so many channels, so he's amazing. But he is like, he mods for everybody and their mother. Channels I never even heard of, y'all. So I bless him. I appreciate him, but I know he's not always available. Right now, I feel like I'm good, but if it starts to get complicated, I will definitely put the call out. All right, Sagittarius, let me start you over. You got the moon card. Okay. Pisces energy. I like to look at the moon card, honestly, personally, interchangeably for the water signs. I feel sometimes it can be Cancerian, it can be Scorpionic. But you do you, boo. You don't have to read the way I do. That's what's beautiful about reading tarot. So I feel, Saggy, that you're brave, first of all. Okay. And I feel like you're somebody here who conquers their fears. You go after stuff that that's not familiar to you. You're not scared off by uncharted waters. You're not scared off by, you're okay with like moving to a different country or challenging yourself to, try something super adventurous, like jumping out of a plane, obviously with a parachute, but you're not afraid. And so I think that that's something that you need to like really appreciate about yourself more. Does it always work out the way you plan? Maybe not. Maybe you lose one of these claws, like this crawfish or lobster in here. You know what I mean? Maybe one of those whoops goes a little too hard, but you still did it. This could be a season where you're focusing on shadow work, and I think that's really important. Everyone should do shadow work. And I feel like in the process of that, it could be that there's something here that you're really tapping into if you're really unafraid to do that part. Because sometimes we're like, and I notice this sometimes with like Saggies, like you're really cool and unafraid when it comes to doing something external to yourself, but sometimes a little bit scared about like going within and being like, ooh, where am I? What's the blind spot that I'm not seeing about myself? So I feel like have the courage to do that, boo. And I feel like once you get to the other side of it, something that you have always really needed clarity on is going to reveal itself to you. And what I mean by that too is not in the way that you expect. So it's like by being unafraid to like really go within, deep within, and confront the fears, your own fears about yourself and the truth about yourself. I feel like it's going to finally give you this breakthrough that you've been seeking for a really long time, that maybe you have been seeking outside of yourself. And it's always within, right? First and foremost. So yeah, that's what I have for you, boo. I feel like you're really on the cusp of some massive breakthrough that's going to give you this clarity, calm, this clarity and calm that you've really been seeking. That's going to come from inside. So there's freedom on the other side of what you're afraid to face right now, Sagittarius. Okay. And that is what I have for you, Saggy. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I did that. Well, I started out saying Scorpio, and then somehow in the reading it turned into Libra, and then it was Scorpio again at the end. It was always Scorpio, but I don't know why I started to say Libra. My bad, but that was definitely for Scorpio. Maybe a Libra cusper, All right. Capricorn, you have the Knight of Swords, my friends. And so for you, The good that you're not seeing, first of all, I feel like you got some kind of message coming. So I'm going to say this, boo. There's some kind of communication that's coming in hot from somebody. It could be from an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. I just feel like there's a message coming in. So you may not be seeing this. And so I want to say with that, really do make sure that you have your phone's not on silent. My phone, throughout the day, I have it set on timers where it goes into like focus mode and do not disturb and all these things. So make sure that you are checking and you're paying attention to all that. Make sure your phone is on. Make sure you're checking your emails, checking your messages, because maybe it's coming in a way that you didn't expect it to, like on an app that you don't typically use, or via email instead of a text, or whatever the case is. But I feel like there's some communication that's coming in hot, that maybe you've been hoping for and waiting for, but it's definitely on its way. Okay, maybe you weren't expecting it. And I feel like it's going to either provide you with information that you've been seeking and needing, or B, like clarity that it's like clearing something up, clearing the air around something, giving you that sense of like, okay, I get it now. So I really like that for you. And it may be something to do with like a direction that you're headed in. Okay, Capricorn, like a particular direction you were headed in, but you didn't know which way to go, or you weren't sure like which decision or choice to make, or which path exactly was going to be opening up for you. Okay, and this is, I think, gonna like get you back on track, where maybe you were starting to get a little bit lost in the sauce and like, maybe I go this way, maybe I go this way, I'm not really sure. And I think this is gonna really make that clear. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Also, too, Capricorn, what maybe you're not seeing is conversation will bring clarity too. Conversation, communication will bring clarity. So if you're the one who's been afraid to open up or speak your mind or speak your truth about something, or initiate a conversation about something, maybe you're afraid to ask a certain question, maybe you're afraid to share your truth with someone here in particular, I feel like, no, that's what's going to actually set you free and what's going to actually move something forward, right? So when we don't speak, we don't, what is it? Closed mouths don't get fed. Basically that, right? Maybe you're afraid to ask for something. Ask. What's the worst that can happen? Someone can say no. Someone can be like, oh, you're cuckoo bananas. Don't talk to me again. Like, okay, well, fine. At least you have your answer, right? Okay. Aquarius. You have stelliums in both Libra and Scorpio. Hey, Jojo. What you know, Jojo? Okay. Aquarius. Whew. Doggies. You have the 3 of Swords, boo. Okay. 3 of Swords, boo. Listen. Painful endings suck. Hurt sucks. Heartache sucks. Being stabbed in the back sucks. Being let go sucks. But with endings, what you may not be seeing, what you may not be seeing, with the ending comes new beginning, right? I mean, I hate to recite a cliche, but rejection is God's protection, right? And it is. And so I feel like whatever here is ended for you, although it may sting, listen, at least it's the 3 of Swords and not the 10 of Swords. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a little bit of pain now than a whole lot of pain later. Okay, Aquarius. So I feel like, in a way, although it may not feel like it for you right now, you dodged a bullet. You maybe endured some suffering for a short amount of time. Maybe for you, it feels like a long time, but boo, again, a 3 is not a 10. At least you didn't get more swords in the back, right? You feel me, boo? It could have been a lot worse. And I know sometimes that doesn't feel like great in the moment when we're suffering or we're in pain, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain or whatever it is. But there's something here where your strong, good message is that the blessing is and I don't mean me, Jess, but spirit saying, I didn't allow your suffering to be prolonged, right? I shortened your suffering. I lessened your suffering. I saw ahead to what was to come. And I didn't want you to get to that 10 of Swords, boo. Okay. So this happened and I'm sorry, but you can heal from this. You can move forward. After the 3 of Swords is what everybody, the 4 of Swords is healing, is rest, is restoration and recovery, where it's so much better that at least you get to look forward to that moment of healing and to like get back into the space of calm and restore yourself, restore your soul, restore your heart, restore whatever is hurting, rather than go to this prolonged place of suffering that's just drug on, right? 3 of Swords better than getting that tower. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this in a way is blessing in disguise, even again, if it doesn't feel like it right now, Aquarius, right? This wasn't meant for you is what I'm getting, whatever it was. It wasn't in the long run. It would have been worse if you had stayed in that situation, in that place, and whatever fill in the blank thing. It would have been worse for you than for it to be like, ouch, I lost that, or that didn't happen, or they did that, or they broke up with me, or they left me, or whatever the thing is. I had to leave that thing. I was let go from that thing, whatever it is. It actually was better for you for it to happen now than for it to happen later. Okay. So I hope you feel that. I hope you're able to move from this 3 to the 4 and feel more better soon, boo. Okay. Let the healing begin, Aquarius. Let the healing begin. I love the progression in the tarot because there is a progression. That's what's beautiful about it, right? 2 Swords. You made a decision, a choice. Oops, ouch, didn't work out. It's okay. 4 Swords, healing, restoration. We're not going to talk about what comes after that. But anyways, and the 10 is the end. It's the end. Let me begin again with clarity after the suffering is over. Now we're clear again. All right, moving forward. Pisces, Lord, you went and saved the best for last. Thank you, Spirit. What? Okay, Pisces, you got Capricorn energy here with the Devil. Maybe you have Capricorn in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with one. What are we intuiting, man? Pisces people. I mean, you know what's great about the Devil energy, though, to be real with you? Well, first of all, the deck that I learned on, I'm just remembering, or it's flashing there, Yukio Tarot deck. It's based on Japanese mythology and spirituality. So there's no devil, there's no evil. So the Devil energy in that deck is an energy of overcoming and conquering, right? Your demons. It's not this imagery of or message of you're being controlled by something nefarious, or you are in addiction, or, you know, negative belief system, or toxic, whatever, fill in the blank thing, relationship, whatever, blah, blah, blah thing, right? It's not that. It's actually quite the opposite. There's no evil, there's no darkness, there's no suffering. So it's like you are overcoming and conquering something. It's an energy of victory in that deck. So thank you, Happy Long. Thank you, boo. So this is like, so I always think about that when I see the Devil in other decks. I tend to sometimes read it that way, as like, no, you've overcome the Devil, right? He is defeated, by the way, anyway. Even if you believe in like Christianity, like the Devil's defeated foe, has no power, really, truly. over you or me or any of us. So the point is, but the devil does if you give in to that energy, right? So it's devil aside if it's temptation. If you give into the temptation, then it can control you. If you give into the addiction or the thing that you're addicted to, it can control you, right? If you stay in the toxic relationship, job, like community, location, right? Because locations have energy too. And if it's, listen, the house I was in before this one, if you guys were there when I was reading in that house was so haunted and it had weird energy. And I was really relieved to not live there anymore. I'll just say that. That's the dang truth. So let's not tell that story. But anyway, so if you stay in the thing, you're willingly allowing it to control you. That's the thing, is we have free will. So it's like what you say yes to is, that's on you, boo. You can say no to the thing with this energy, right? Sometimes circumstances and things happen outside of our control. I'm not negating that. But with this, what this energy says is you are fully able to leave that situation, that circumstance, that person, whatever. You can leave. You see how she's just so loosely tied, you know, but she's under this spell and this whatever. Yeah, but you can break that spell, boo. You can break it. You have the power. So I feel like with this Pisces, the thing that may be intoxicating to you right now, the thing that you may feel like, oh gosh, I'm a prisoner of whatever the circumstance or situation is, whatever that is for you, the good news is like you're not actually. In fact, this is something that is within your power and your control to say no to resist, to walk away from, to leave. Okay, so whether you do or not, that's on you, boo. But you fully are. I want you to feel empowered. This isn't an energy where, you know, it's. And what's interesting is almost in this card, it looks like she and the devil are one. It looks almost like they have melded into one being. So it could be that you're your own worst enemy, and you just have to get out of your own way. And sometimes that takes a lot of willpower to do, and I get it. But you can do it, boo. I know you can, Pisces. This actually also does remind me a little bit of your summer survival guide reading. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, do follow @mytaropist and watch the Pisces reading, because I feel like this is a little bit tapping into that energy. Pisces people, water signs, all of us are very like sensitive to energy, and we pick up energy around us and from other people. But also sometimes we tend to react out of our emotions. Sometimes if we don't get that under control. And I feel like fishy friends, because you don't have that hard exterior like the scorpion and like the crab, you know, you're a little bit more privy to kind of going with the ebbs and flows of things, of life, of situations, of circumstances, of your feelings, of emotions. And sometimes you pick up other people's, and you have a hard time differentiating between what's mine, what's theirs. And so I feel like with this, if you can get that under control and understand what's happening when it's happening, and say like, no, wait, that's not mine to carry. No, wait, that's, I don't need to like react or respond to that because it feels right now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna use this and make the decision that is serving my highest good. Okay, in alignment with my highest self. So I love this for you, and I love this for all y'all. By the way, I forgot fishy friends. I forgot to do zing a zing zing for Scorpio. We're getting there. But I hope these messages resonated. Thank you to all of y'all for joining. If this is where you leave me, I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. Happy long, and thank you again to D-Love. And I am going to now jump into the questions. So I have Angel Reigns, I have Nixie, and Janet. You guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. The list is closed. So if you guys are seeing or jumping in and you're seeing me starting to take questions, just know that I actually am not taking any more for this one, but I will probably be doing this at the end of the lives now. Only number until I can kind of get my energy up again for this, the stamina to do these. And I also will probably come on and do a longer, just questions only. As I'm still kind of feeling things out. So but if you guys don't mind, and Janet definitely will be refunding you that one extra there. Yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, hype the video up after, please. It does help. And what else? Man, yeah, if you haven't subscribed, do hit the notification bell, set it to all so you know anytime I go live or upload a new reading for y'all. I am going to take Janet was like, I'm getting in there. I'm getting in there. Dang it. Thank you, Princess Kiss Face. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Okay, so really quickly, because I've been drinking this green tea, not with the creatine this time because that was nasty. And by the way, I don't see Greg on this one, but the creatine is from Germany. It's not from China. I checked. A lot of the stuff that we get with supplements here is either usually from like Germany or Netherlands. It's not typically from China, but I will keep an eye open for that. Spain sometimes, from the EU usually, but I will keep an eye open. But I'm going to take a quick break to utilize a low train, refresh myself for a minute, and then I will do these 3 questions. I will not be long. I wish I can put on some tunes or something for you, but I cannot. So you guys talk amongst yourselves, and while you're waiting, again, thumb, subscribe, notification bell, hype, all that stuff. Or I think you can't hype until after. All right, I'll be back. Thanks, you guys. Beijinhos, abrazos. I'll be right back. There we go. Hey, everybody. Whew. All right. Your tail got wagged to see me. Thanks, Pammy. Listen, wag that tail, girl. Wag it. Whew. And running. You've only had 3-6 since February? Go, Nixie, boo. Yay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Whew. Okay. You guys ready? Let's get right into it. So first up is Angel Reigns. Angel Reigns. Let's see if PayPal kicked me out again. I'll cleanse this deck while I'm looking at it. Okay. Hold on. Let me get you a timestamp also. 37 approximately. All right. Angel Reigns. It's going to be fun doing these timestamps. All right. Mini one question. Oh, you didn't tell me what the question was. Okay, girlfriend. Listen, I'm all ears. Let me see. Let me check the chat. Duh, Jessica. Where are you at, Angel Reigns? Whew. That is really hard to do. Oh, she said it was new, good for her. She had to go. Okay. Thank you. Oh, the link didn't have a spot? It didn't? Okay. Sorry about that. I thought I was doing something fancy with PayPal. I won't do it that way again. Had no idea. Sorry about that. Okay, won't do it that way. Thank you for letting me know. I had no idea. I was like, it gave me this option. And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Let's do a special link. But apparently that was not the way to go. All right. Angel Reigns. What is the new good coming in for you, boo-boo? Oh, is it Janet? Okay. Sorry, that was confusing. I thought it was going to make it easier for you guys. All right, I will not do that next time. Won't do that again. Yeah. It's mainly PayPal, Pam, or it was supposed to be, and then but I know some people don't have PayPal or don't use it. So the super chat was in case anyone was like, oh, I want it, but I don't have PayPal. I know I'm a little bit, last time it was super chats, I'm kind of a little bit all over the place with it. All right. Angel Reigns. Okay. What's the new good coming in for Angel Reigns? What's the new good coming in for Ms. Angel Reigns? Thank you. Girl. There's a path opening up for you that your intuition is telling you to just go ahead and go for it. Take the leap, right? So yeah, this could be, I don't know. Hold on, let's see what this is about. I have Pisces energy. I have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here in terms of possible people or energy around you. Could be also even your own chart. it feels like you recently maybe went through the closing of a certain cycle or chapter of your life that may have brought you some sadness, especially if it was like you were hoping for this for a long time or you worked really hard for this and like, but that season closed and it closed in like a positive way. What maybe didn't feel that way with the world here, but this chapter of this season ended. And yeah, there's always a little bit of that grief, even if it's a positive change or a positive move forward or a positive ending. It doesn't really matter. We always grieve something that we're losing or letting go of, either because it's just like a piece of ourselves, or a piece of our story, our history, our journey, our past, like, you know, because like the truth is, like, for example, sorry, this is a little too long-winded, but for example, like when you move, any move, moving is not only like the biggest chore, but it's one of the biggest changes we can make in life. Even if it's like moving a few blocks over or whatever, there's a lot that comes up in the moving process, in the like going through our stuff and like sorting through our things and taking stuff out of all that stagnant energy that we're like, you know, all of a sudden letting out, you know, there's a lot to it, a lot, layers and layers and layers. But anyway, but we're also like, there's also a grieving that happens after the move. And I think people discount that, and you need to give yourself time maybe this is also for somebody watching, but you need to give yourself time to like process what you're experiencing emotionally at the end or close of any chapter of our lives, right? Because yeah, the person that you were in that location, or the life that you led, your day to day, if it was like, even if it's just you change apartments or you change houses, like the routine is changing too, because the layout of the space is different, you know? Where you used to walk to get your coffee is different. Where you know, the you know, how far you had to walk to go from your bed to the bathroom is different, whatever, you know? The layout of the kitchen is different. Where you are putting your stuff is different, and that does something to you. Woo, hello, right? So it's okay to grieve and allow yourself the time that you need to do that. I think especially for my US of A people, like there's always this pressure to like keep going, keep going, keep going, keep doing, keep performing, keep producing, keep doing. That's the result of living in, you know, under the control of capitalism. But a whole other thing. I need to shut up. I'm too long-winded right now. I'm on a roll. Listen. Shut up, Jessica. When I catch the wave, I write it. Sometimes to my own detriment. So shut up, Jessica. Sorry, Angel Rains, but someone needs to hear this. This is why sometimes it's good to stick around for people's personal readings, because maybe there's a message for you, boo. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. The point is, allow yourself the time to grieve whatever it is that you need to grieve, whatever is closing out as you're moving towards this new path. Do it. It's okay. But the point is that the real message is there is something here that's opening up for you. And your intuition is going to tell you, do it and don't, no regrets, you know, no regrets. Like, I want to do the thing. However, there's a message of caution here too, boo. And so that's what I'm going to tap into. I love that the High Priestess showed up for you, though, for that intuitive energy, because this is like, yeah, you're super tapped in and tuned in. I can't remember if you are a water sign. Why am I feeling you are? Pisces energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you have it in your chart. It's been a minute. Forgive me. But there's something about you where I feel like maybe you have been, you know, the world is also an energy of learning, right? Of growth from the experience, from the fool's journey that you've just been through. And so for you, one of the gifts that you maybe have received from that cycle, that season, that chapter that's closing for you or preparing to, if it hasn't already, is your intuition has been really heightened in this season. I feel like you've really learned to differentiate between the voice of your intuition and spirit's guidance and lead versus what your brain is telling you to do, what your mind is telling you to do. Ooh, gosh. Okay. So with this energy that is coming through on your message, don't start to then revert back to this like place of doubt and fear. You made the leap. You're taking this path that's opening for you. Good, do it. Your intuition is screaming, do it. Even if you can't see where it leads exactly, not exactly, and you don't because you're beginning a brand new cycle. And I just freaking realized, duh, Jessica, you're moving from the world to the full. So you literally, there's the progression of closing one cycle, one season, one chapter, and moving towards the new season, new fool's journey opening for you. But the concern is like you reverting back to this like place of doubt after you take that leap of faith. So yeah, you've gained a lot of wisdom, both intellectually and intuitively. So you're there, you're sharp, you're discerning. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. You have two kings here. You have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's going to be a lot of noise when you do this, when this path opens for you. There's going to be a lot of external noise of maybe jealous people, of people like, oh, why does Angel Reigns get to do that? Why do they get that opportunity? Why are they so brave and so bold to take that leap of faith, to start that new thing, whatever it is, right? So it's like there's this thing here where it's like, you know, you're gonna get people outside who are like gonna be super, super jealous of this that's opening and unfolding for you. It could have something to do with like, it may not, but it could have something to do with like international travel or move, or because there's globes on here a couple times, girl. So there, when I see that over and over, it's like maybe this is have something to do with like an opportunity that has to do with some other country, something international, travel in general, move in general. It doesn't have to be languages. But there's going to be people who are going to buck against that, and that always happens when you take a chance and you take a leap and you trust yourself and you do something that's maybe against the grain or against the norm. But don't allow that old doubt and fear to creep in, okay? Or even I'm hearing self-criticism. Don't do that either. Because after maybe a period of even stagnation and you kind of feeling stuck, it's like, no, finally the opportunity or the door or the path that you've been waiting for is about to open up, and it's come here twice now. So it's about to happen. And again, your intuition is going to be like very loud. Do it. Just do it. And do it. And don't when the other noise comes, tune it out, stay focused, because I'm not saying that it's going to work out absolutely fabulous, because there's always like going to be weird stuff. But I think right now, like the main thing is you conquering your own doubts, and also you leaning back into this energy of like not trusting yourself, and also the people around you who may act like on the surface they have your best interests in mind or at heart, but the reality is I feel like it's a lot of jealousy, it's a lot of competitiveness, it's a lot of like, well, why does she get to do that and I don't, like whatever it is, you know? So don't listen to that. And again, you had some people show up. So just again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, King of Pentacles energy, and King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know if you're also dealing with a situation with an ex, but that's a whole other thing for another day and time. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that resonated with you, boo. Okay, Nixie, hit me with your question. Hey, Jose. Hey, Jose. How you doing, boo? How are you doing? How is it going? Woo. All right. What do I need to be focusing on most right now? Sweet. Very good question. I think that's the question we all need. Listen, we all need that reading, right? I need that too. We all need that. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Taurus, Venus, Mars. Oh, okay, yes. I knew that you had strong. I knew the Pisces was there. Okay. Nixie. Okay, Nixie. What does Nixie need to be focusing on right now? There's too much just that distracts us all day, every day. Everything is pulling on our attention. You know what I mean? Whew, Lord. One of the best times I've ever had in my life was like, because think about it. When's the last time that you actually literally unplugged for at least an entire day where you never ever like didn't have your phone, didn't have a TV, radio, whatever, iPad, Kindle, whatever thing, like nothing at all. When's the last time you did that? At least for a full 24 hours. Didn't check anything. we all need that. I think it should be mandatory. Okay. What should Nixie be focusing on right now? Thanks for the hearts. Hey, Jeanette. Oh, thank you, boo. It's good to see you too. All right. Nixie. Whoa, that was fast. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You got a lot of people showing up. Got a lot of people showing up. I mean, when I say this, it's really usually like you need to be. So you may have had like a recent move or transition, 6 of Swords, especially, wow, 5 to the 6, boom, 6 of Swords, moving you out of a chaotic situation there. Big decision that you had, but it was an opportunity that you needed to seize, and you plan to succeed now. You need to get you honestly. I know this is cuckoo. It's not. Maybe it's not cuckoo bananas. I feel like you need to focus on your social connections right now, on making new friends. If you get an invitation or opportunity to be social or get out or go to an event or a function or a party, a mixer, whatever, do it. It's cuckoo bananas, but I feel like truly you got people in your life. It looks like some great people, maybe new people too. And I feel like in addition to whatever this transition is, it's like, okay, plant those friendship seeds too. Let them blossom and bloom also. Let me see if I can get a little bit more clarity on these people. So you've got possibly too, there could be a new relationship that's blooming and it may even be romantic. Doesn't have to be. This could also be a family. I mean, a lot of people see the King and Queen of Cups as like parents, but I don't usually personally. It depends on the reading and the way things are falling into place. Usually for me, that's King and Queen of Pentacles, but maybe that says something about my upbringing. I don't know, but my relationship to my parents. But anyway, beside the point, it could be a couple here. Because you have a perfect pair, you have a King and Queen of Cups. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, whether that's them or not, you have a couple, you have a pair. You also have a Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, right? You have Leo in the major arcana. A lot of Leo energy here too with the Sun and the 6 of Wands. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles. So like Leo energy, we are in Leo season, so it could be pertaining to that. This is also summer energy, summer vibes to me. So I feel like there's just an energy here of like really focusing on these relationships that you have and having fun and having good time and getting out. There's a lot of energy of like social activity and getting out and being seen and kind of, you know what I mean? It feels like that will really pick up your, I'm not saying like you're in a bad place or no, because I'm not necessarily saying that at all. But I feel like it will re-energize you. It will breathe life into you. It'll bring you joy. It'll bring you happiness, you know? Let me see. Hold on. But I'm also getting like there could be someone new in your life and your energy that it's like plant those seeds. Or if you're looking for new connections or deepening connections, it's like you have to invest in them, right? But this is also just like simply about having fun. Hold on. Also, too, wait, hold on. I don't know if there's something here of doing something with your hair. Colors green, red, orange, purple, blue also. But doing something with your hair. Something new about your look. I feel like there's an energy here, and also like dressing up, you know, like wearing something that makes you happy too. Yeah, there's something here that I feel like there's a tie to your happiness, your joy, and your self-expression and the way that you express yourself, right? And so I feel like there's a way of you expressing yourself through your physical appearance that's going to like boost your mood, boost your energy. But also like there's certain people in your life, again, water energy, air energy, earth energy. But this is also, okay, there's a lot of stuff coming at me right now. Hold on, slow down. The first thing is what I said about self-expression and the importance of that. So if there's something you've been neglecting about, like, gosh, I feel really good when my hair looks like this, or is in this style, or is this color, or gosh, I feel really good when I dress like this. Like when I'm just, this isn't necessarily you, I'm just throwing something out there. When I'm in boho clothing or boho style, that makes me feel really good. Oh, I feel really good when I'm like grunge. I feel really good when I'm like, do you know what I mean? There's something here about like expressing yourself outwardly. So if there's been an area where you've been like neglecting that, like, oh, I've just been wearing a bathrobe every day and like throwing my hair in a ponytail or whatever, you know, that's like somehow I feel dampening your inner joy, right? There's something about like, no, dang it, you need to go put on that, like, you know, monkey onesie and go to that, you know, dive bar party or whatever the heck. That'll make you feel more like yourself. And that's what it is. It's about, especially if you've gone through some kind of a transition in your life, like a bigger transition in your life. If you're feeling like I need to reconnect with self, I think it's in that. It's in one, in like the way you're expressing yourself outwardly, but also in connecting with the people that you feel most yourself around. The people where you have literally nothing to hide with these people. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like you're with these people, you don't feel like you have to mask, you don't feel like you have to like put on a front or perform in any way, right? It's truly you being the authentic expression of you. So if you've been kind of around people or even just by yourself where you feel like, I mean, we can always be ourselves with ourselves, but if you haven't felt like I'm not, there's something about the way that I have been being right now that feels like I'm not able to like fully be the authentic expression of myself. It's time for you to do that. So that comes through, again, this outward self-expression, but also you surrounding yourself with the people where you feel most at ease, you know? I feel most at ease with them. Oh my God. Look what I was like, I was getting ready to shuffle or I was like preparing to clarify. And I don't feel like I need to, because literally you have on the bottom of the deck now where we are, the 3 of Cups. So again, yeah, I feel like it's just doubling down. It's multiple people showing up here. So I would just like think very deeply about who is in my life that I feel the fullest, I can be the fullest expression of me. Oh, that was the other message that came through. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Because I was like, remember when all the stuff was coming and I thought I was going to lose one of the messages, and sometimes that happens. No, I got it. Because I feel like you're not any one thing. Because also when multiple people, as you know, show up, multiple court cards in a reading, it can either be someone we know or ourselves. And so I feel like there's something here where it's like you're multifaceted. There's multiple layers to who you are. And you know how there's sometimes certain people we can only be one version of ourselves with those people, and other people maybe two. You know, like say for example, at work you have this work persona, not necessarily you, but you know, in general, collectively speaking, for whoever's watching, we have this work persona, right? But maybe there's one person at work, a colleague, where you're like, we really click, and I think we could maybe like hang outside of work. And so that person you let into another side of who you are, you know. Maybe it's the karaoke night side that comes out, and you're like, on Fridays, once a month, me and Tom in accounting go and do karaoke because he and I both like singing the same songs or whatever, like whatever. We have the same taste in music and we both like karaoke, and I can show him that side of me or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, but there's some people in your life that I feel like, you know, I can be all the versions of myself and they accept me fully for who I am. Those are the relationships I think you need to start like planning some time with and get out there and start socializing. Don't neglect those social connections, okay? And especially, I don't know if there's been like, there has been a move. Yeah, there's been a move, and maybe it's like, oof, it's starting to hit you. You're starting to get those feels about like, dang, I miss my old routine, or I miss my old neighbors, or I miss something about that. Or maybe you're far away or at a distance from people that you really love and care about. Schedule that time, make it happen. And like I said at the beginning, I think like also there's new friendships that you may not be seeing that are worth investing in. Okay. Because I saw that at the beginning of this too. So I hope that helps. It may not be the message that you were expecting to see or hear, but I guess it's the one that you needed. There's also a romantic relationship too. It could be a new one coming through, or this is one that you're already in. Maybe time to deepen that. Reaffirm your commitment to it or deepen it in some regard. So yeah, I feel like that's for you. I feel good. I feel okay. The exhale when the message is delivered. Okay, good. You're so welcome, boo. I'm glad that helps. You need to re-dye. Oh, the hair, not the clothing. Yeah. I think there's a lot of joy and happiness and fun times ahead for you too there, boo. It's going to make you feel good. All right, Janet. Let's get you. I guess I can close PayPal since it didn't allow you guys to put questions up. Okay, let's get it for Janet. Thanks for your patience. Ms. Janet, boo. Let me do a quick cleanse here. Janet says, David is a newer love interest for 3 months. Ooh, David. 3 meses. Okay, so let's see. How does David feel about me? He's a Leo Virgo cusp with a Gemini moon, Cancer rising. He has a crazy full plate lately. Well, listen, given that David David and I have some similar placements. I feel that Cookie Bananas full plate energy. Poor guy. You got to run. Okay, bye, Nixie. Thank you, boo. See ya. Thank you for coming on in. And thank you to Pam for booking that reading for Nixie. That's so sweet of you, boo. Oh my goodness, David. Leo Virgo cusp. That's my mom. My mom is a Leo Virgo cusper on the Virgo side. That's a tough cusp, man. That's a tough cusp. Oh man, and she has an Aries moon. It's a lot. All right. Okay, let's get it. Actually, my ex is also a Leo Virgo cusp on the Leo side. He's a good egg. He's a really good egg. All right. How does David feel about Janet? This is for Janet. This is for Janet. Janet and David. How does David feel about Janet? Ooh. Ooh. Does he have kids by any chance? He's giving some big daddy energy here. Also, do you have more than one person in your orbit? Seems like there's somebody here. It could have been a Taurus, Virgo. I just have to say this, by the way. It could have been a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could have been younger than you that you felt or feel was a soulmate connection, or that there was an attraction there. Definitely a spark and excitement, but you maybe walked away from that. It's like you realize your worth and your value, Queen of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Like you realize your worth and your value. And if this person's presenting like a page, it may have been like cute, but also either, I don't know if there was a friend zone. I hate to say friend zoning, and I don't want to talk about why for right now. I'll say it on another day, another dollar, but I don't know if there's like more friendship vibes than anything, or it started as friends, but mostly what I'm getting honestly is this person was showing up as the page and you're the Queen of Wands, right? I feel like you collected yourself and were like, yeah, that was sad and whatever, but also they were coming through like a page, you know, not at the same level as a Queen of Wands. But this person, David, he's either he is a father or he's someone who carries a lot of responsibility, because he's coming through with that Emperor energy, you know. Now, it's possible that he could see you as being a little bit in your masculine energy, and that could be that you have a lot of responsibility yourself. Maybe you both are kind of matching energies in that way. Hopefully, it's not like two masculines in there, you know, but it's like either he's seeing you as somebody who's got a lot of responsibility, who's very strong, very kind of take charge sort of person, somebody who's got their stuff together, someone who has leadership potential, somebody you know, who's maybe a little bit stubborn. But if this is him, because I'm feeling more like this is his energy than yours, he's showing us somebody who also, again, heavy is the head that wears the crown, David, I get it, but somebody who's like, I know who I am and I stand in my power, you know. So you've got somebody here who's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, whether that's through work, business, career, or through family responsibilities, home responsibilities, whatever the case is, right? But he's coming through like the King of Cups. Wait, let me check. What was his? Oh, he has a Cancer rising. Okay. Oh, wow. So did my ex. My ex is also, I'm sorry, but he's a Leo Virgo cusper with the Cancer rising, Leo side of the cusp. But oh, such a great guy, honestly. Dude, so good. So I hope it works out for you. He's a Taurus moon, though. A little too much fixed energy. So Gemini moon, not so fixed. That's better. I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, King of Cups, baby. So I do feel like there's feelings for you on his end. He's just got a lot going on. And I feel like he's looking at you as somebody who is like, you know, worth committing to. Queen of Pentacles. Again, I feel like you're sharing this Emperor energy, although I feel more from him, maybe just because it's masculine, right? But I mean, he's giving that you're also somebody who is very, you know, strong, someone who is very abundant. I mean, I don't know how you're doing financially, but this is somebody who, you know, has the capability at least of like doing well in that regard, but also she's nurturing, also and nurturing in a very responsible way. Like she takes care of business, she takes care of her family, she takes care of the home, she takes care of her work. Like, you know, she's every woman. Oh God. But anyway, but I love that she looks like wifey in this. So again, he's looking at you as someone who's like worth committing to. Okay. You're a high value queen. You know what I mean? And you're looking good too. So walking away from whatever this other thing was did you well. And you said you moved, so this can also be for me. Eight of Cups can be like a moving energy. But in this particular deck, this is the Otherkin Tarot by Cielo Thompson. In this particular one, she's walking away from a cup, specifically a spilled cup, which I always kind of see or intuit as an Ace of Cups. Not always, but a lot of the time. It's a missed opportunity in love. So whatever you walk away from, it's like you had this glow up after, and David is noticing it. So I do feel like he's got some feelings, but he's also got a lot of responsibilities that he could be carrying here. Anything else on David's feelings for Janet? And again, he sees you as, you know, commitment. The type of person that's, you know, you can commit to long term. You're a grown-ass woman. Deserving of all of the good. All right, let's see. Unless Ryan is still around. Oh, as the page. No, you walked away from that anyways. So I don't think now you have a perfect pair, King of Wands there. You guys really feeling like, even though you're the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, he's the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but that could also be correlated to like him being Cancer rising, you being a Taurus, but an Aries energy here with the Emperor. But like, you kind of feels like you're matching each other's energy a little bit. So the only thing that I would say with that, if you do both have strong masculine energy, you're gonna, and a lot of single women do. This is nothing about, oh, you're manly. It's like a lot of single women do, because I'm sorry, but women have a better time of balancing their masculine and feminine than men do with their masculine and their feminine. It's just a fact, because we're feminine regardless. But then when we're single, especially if we carry a lot of responsibilities, like single mothers show up for me a lot of times with masculine energy, female CEOs, females that, you know, that juggle a lot of responsibilities in terms of like their home and also work, you know, we got to wear all the hats. And so it's not uncommon for me to see women, especially single women, show up with masculine energy. So sometimes it's just a matter of like, when you get into, if you are getting into a heterosexual relationship as a woman, specifically, sometimes it takes a little bit of effort for women. In my experience as a reader, just from reading and also friends and lived experience, sometimes it's just like we have to like get back in touch with our feminine side to find the balance in the connection, or the man does, like whatever works. But like there needs to be that balance there in some regard. So that may be something to think about as you're moving ahead with David. So okay, you like this one. Oh yeah. Tell me a little bit more about David's feelings before we go. 8/21, is that his birthday? That's my ex's birthday. Are you sure? No, I'm just kidding. My ex. That's his birthday. That is his birthday. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about David's feelings for Janet. Oh, he's Swiss. Oh, I like the Swiss. I like the Swiss a lot. Okay. And in general, generalizing, obviously, but I like them a lot. Okay. They tend to be good people, anyways, from my experience with them. Okay, so there's something. He's definitely physical. There's definitely like a physical attraction to like a sexual component here. There's a spark. You've definitely caught his eye, caught his interest. He may want to like, oh gosh, yeah. You know, it's weird, but I think that there's something about you being a mom that he finds sexy for some reason. I don't know why, but there's something about you being a mom that like really interests him. Turns him on in a way, maybe the way that you mother, what kind of mom you are. If he is a father, he has kids, maybe that's it too. Like, you know, like you guys can connect in that regard. But there's something very he finds very there's a lot that's coming through about like him your nurturing side appealing to him. There's something really strong. I don't know if you remind him of his mom or something like that. But there's something where like there's something about like your nurturing nature and your mothering nature that really appeals to him. It's like the thing that's coming through the strongest and what he really likes about you. So something about being a mom, that is heavy in this. So whether he's attracted, it turns him on. That's I don't know. Some people are into that. Or you know, you got this the big stick. So I don't know if he wants to put a baby in you. But there's something here with the Two of Pentacles. So I don't know if that is something that you guys have talked about or gone back and forth. I don't know if somebody's indecisive about that. I don't think that's a deterrent for him, you being a mom. It seems like that's what he really likes. But the Two of Pentacles is here. So there's this little bit of like kind of back and forth. And that could also just be that he's juggling a lot right now, like you said, which I believe you said in your question. So if he's like juggling a lot and kind of like going back, you know, it could be that he really likes you because I'm seeing that. There's something familiar about you. Again, either you remind him of his past or his childhood. It could be a mom or a woman that was significant in his life in some regard. But it could also be like there's the nurturing quality, right? The nurturing energy that you have that he really loves. But Two of Pentacles, it could just be, again, he is, like you said, like super busy, or there's something here that maybe you guys have talked about or was brought up that he's kind of a little bit like unsure about it. You know what, honestly, it feels more like does he have enough time to give you? Does he have enough to give you? Can he give you what you need? Because he is juggling a lot. But yeah, there's definitely interest there, boo. Like he's feeling it. He may be asking you out soon. It's just like he's got a lot going on. And that may be what's holding him back right now. And it could be that there's something that has also disappointed him recently, or something that he's dealing with that's a little bit sad, or a loss or something like that. But I do feel like the interest is there. He's really definitely digging you. I feel like he's honest about his feelings and his emotions and what he's feeling. If he's expressed anything to you, that's, you know, he's very emotionally stable is what he's showing me, but he has a lot of responsibilities. And there's something again about your nurturing or being a mom that he really likes, but he sees you as like commitment material. It's just like, I think he vacillates on like, do I have enough time to give, or do I have enough to give, or can I really like give to this right now? This is like great, but maybe the timing's a little bit off, or he's got a lot going on. But I do think he's gonna be reaching out. I don't know if it's, again, to ask you out or just to say something really sweet to you, like a nice little message or something like that to affirm, again, his feelings. So, yeah, that's what I got for you. Oh, he wants a baby. Does he want a baby now? Does he have kids? He said you reminded him of home. Oh, okay, yeah. That absolutely aligns with the reading for sure. What he may not be saying just on the low is like, you remind me of my mom, but maybe he doesn't want to actually say that to you. I'm just saying. Home is code for mom. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but maybe not kidding. You didn't actually meet in person. Okay. He did tell you his feelings. You just get paranoid. Yeah. Oh, he's still in Switzerland. His dad had an issue. Oh, okay. That could also be the father component in there. Okay. Well, keep me posted, boo. Keep me posted. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna reach out. He's dealing with something right now. He does like you. All right. You're so welcome. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back again. You guys keep those prayers up for Bo, my baby. Please, please. Good thoughts, good prayers, good vibes. If you send Reiki, I love you for that. If you pray, I love you for that. And all the good stuff. And hopefully you got to catch a glimpse of my little foster baby. Maybe a foster fail, not sure. Drop a comment after this and let me know baby cat names. She's not a baby. She's young, but she's not a kitten. But you know. Anyway, love you guys. Drop comments after. Let me know how these readings resonated, if you like this new format. And if you have suggestions for what you would like to see, especially if it's in that Tiny Rituals Big Feels vibe and energy, do subscribe or follow, I should say, on Instagram at my Taropist. There are other readings that I'm putting out on there and other content that's not the same as what you're getting here. So you don't want to miss any of that. If you check the description, there's a link to my tiny ritual for forgiveness. We're going to be moving to grief in the near future. So keep an eye open for that. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, the books are open. So make sure you go to mytaropist.com to book. And I would love to read for you. You guys, again, so much gratitude for everybody that came through today. Loving energy coming for both. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you, boo. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for the prayers, Janet. Thank you, Pammy. So grateful for you. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Love each other. And thanks for being the light beings, spreading your light in the world. All right. Bye, you guys.